making them. In business and life, the people who thrive are often those who've kept their inner child alive. They ask, why not? Instead of, what if I fail? They stay curious. They keep experimenting. Willpower development isn't just about pushing hard. It's about remembering why you started. That why often lives in your earliest memories before the world taught you to fear. The next time you feel stuck or scared, close your eyes and picture your younger self, the fearless version of you. Ask them what they'd do. You'll be surprised at the clarity that comes from reconnecting with your roots. Gratitude, growth mindset, and courage often come from the same place. Remembering that every failure is just part of the game. There's something worse than moving slowly. It's moving fast in the wrong direction. I've met many people who hustle every day, stay busy, and chase results. But they don't know where they're going. They confuse speed with progress. I often say, it's like a fast train heading toward the wrong station. No matter how efficient you are, if your path is off, you're not moving forward, you're just getting lost faster. At Alibaba, I made sure we always pause to ask, why are we doing this? That one question can save you years of effort. Productivity tips only work if they're aligned with purpose. Time management only matters if you know what matters to you. You don't need to do more. You need to do the right things, guided by clarity. Self-discipline without direction is wasted energy. In a world obsessed with hustle culture, we need to embrace thoughtful pace. Just because others are moving doesn't mean you should follow. Self-awareness is the compass in a noisy world. I learned that it's better to walk slowly toward your vision than to run toward someone else's. That's how true personal development begins, by choosing intention over impulse. Sometimes the best thing you can do isn't to accelerate, but to reflect. Not every opportunity is for you. Not every goal aligns with your values. When you know your north, decisions become easier. And when your energy is pointed in the right direction, even small steps feel powerful. That's how you begin living with focus, not just motion. Direction isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. It means saying no to distractions and yes to purpose. It means defining success on your own terms, not society's. And when that happens, you stop running blindly and start building something that truly reflects who you are. Before I make a big decision, I always pause. I don't rush. I reflect. Not on market trends or competition, but on my own compass. What do I truly want? What kind of impact do I want to leave? In a fast-moving world, taking a moment to align with your values is rare and powerful. Goal setting without self-honesty leads to chasing things that don't fulfill you. I remember when we had to pivot Alibaba's business model. It wasn't a popular move, but it was necessary, because success that isn't aligned with your true self becomes a burden, not a blessing. Self-awareness saved us. It helped us return to our purpose, helping small businesses succeed. That purpose became our filter for every future decision. Many people set goals they don't really care about. They follow paths handed to them by others. But when you reflect on your why, everything shifts. You start saying yes more selectively. You conserve energy, and your motivation becomes internal, not external. That's how self-discipline becomes sustainable. Sometimes it's not about running faster, it's about walking in the right direction. You can read dozens of productivity books, follow hundreds of influencers, but if you don't stop and ask what truly matters to you, you'll keep spinning. I've learned that silence often reveals what noise hides. Your true desire, your real dream. When was the last time you paused? Not because you were tired, but because you wanted to be sure? That kind of intentional pause can change everything. It's not slowing down, it's strategic clarity. And it's the beginning of moving forward with strength, not just speed. Following the crowd feels safe. It gives us a sense of belonging, of validation. But in reality, it can be a trap. I've seen too many people with degrees, jobs, routines, yet empty inside. They did everything right, but it wasn't right for them. Life isn't a checklist, it's a compass. And if you ignore your own, you'll live someone else's version of success. At Alibaba, we were told to copy the Western model, but I knew China had different needs. We had to build from the ground up, and that meant saying no to what everyone else was doing. It wasn't easy, but that's where authenticity lives, in doing what feels true, not what feels accepted. That's where empowerment begins, the courage to be different. You can follow the crowd to comfort, but not to greatness. Innovation comes from tension, from standing alone, from believing when no one else does. That's how you develop mental resilience. That's how you train your mind to lead, not follow. It's uncomfortable, But that discomfort is the cost of freedom. Most people run on a treadmill, busy all day, tired at night, but not going anywhere. They're chasing goals they never chose. That's the real danger of following the crowd. It looks like motion, but it's just repetition. And nothing drains motivation more than living without meaning. If you feel out of place for wanting more, good. That means you're on the edge of something real. Gratitude doesn't mean settling. It means honoring where you are while aiming higher. Stop asking, what is everyone doing? And start asking, what do I want? That's where real success begins. Once you know where you're going, then yes, run with everything you've got. There's a time for planning and a time for sprinting. When the vision is clear, speed becomes your ally. At Alibaba, once we aligned around a purpose, our execution exploded. Because speed fueled by purpose is unstoppable. It's not just fast, it's focused. And that's what creates real momentum. Many people confuse movement with progress. But if you're moving without clarity, you're just wasting energy. Purpose transforms that energy into power. When you act with intention, even small actions become amplified. That's how self-discipline works in real life. By channeling your time and productivity toward goals that matter. That's when motivation becomes automatic. Purpose gives you stamina. Without it, you burn out fast. I've seen incredibly talented people quit simply because they were running without direction. On the other hand, people with deep purpose endure longer, even when the journey is hard. That's resilience. That's willpower development. When you know your why, the how becomes easier. I've always believed that the secret to Alibaba's growth wasn't just our vision. It was how obsessed we were with it. That obsession turned into rhythm, then into execution, then into results. Purpose isn't a paragraph in a mission statement. It's the engine inside your team. And when that engine runs strong, everything accelerates naturally. Before you increase your speed, check your compass. Because speed magnifies everything. Mistakes, misalignment, fatigue. But with purpose, it magnifies impact, influence, and results. Fast is only good when it's pointed at something worth reaching. Most people avoid problems. But I was always curious. What if the problem is the opportunity in disguise? At Alibaba, every major leap started with something going wrong. Server failures, partnerships collapsing, users complaining. Each issue forced us to think deeper. And that thinking opened doors. Challenges aren't obstacles. They're invitations to grow. I realized that the reason most people don't succeed isn't because of problems, but because they run from them. They fear discomfort. But personal growth only happens when you confront what's difficult. If you want to build mental resilience, lean into your problems, not away from them. They hold more value than you can imagine. When we tried to expand into rural China, everyone said it was impossible. Logistics, infrastructure, cost, everything was stacked against us. But we didn't avoid it. We dove in, and from that chaos, Taobao emerged. Today, it's one of the biggest platforms we've ever built. That's the reward of facing the hard stuff. I used to say, great leaders don't solve problems because they like pain. They solve them because that's where the treasure hides. Problems test your creativity, your emotional intelligence, your determination. They refine you. They stretch your limits and sharpen your instincts. And that's where true life transformation begins. Next time something breaks, don't panic. Observe. Ask better questions. See what others are ignoring. That's how innovation is born. Not in comfort, but in chaos. Every door that opens to something great usually starts out looking like a wall. It's easy to start when the sky is clear. But what do you do when the storm comes? That's when most people give up. The journey to success isn't a straight line. It's a test of resilience, a series of storms. And each time you choose to keep going, you prove to yourself what you're truly made of. That's how confidence is built. At Alibaba, we faced more storms than I can count. Political pressures, lawsuits, market crashes, times when it felt like everything would collapse. But we didn't stop. Because the real opportunity doesn't disappear in the storm, it hides in it. Most people quit just before the rainbow appears, but persistence is what reveals it. True willpower development isn't about pushing through once, it's about showing up again and again. When things get tough, ask yourself, is this a sign to stop or a signal to grow? That question has guided me through countless moments of doubt, and every time I chose to persist, something better was waiting on the other side. Don't expect the path to be easy, expect it to be worth it. Success habits are